Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a Finland day. Do Russians allow Finland to join NATO? Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Приглашение. Вопрос снимаем для канала 1420. Решили вот сегодня у москвичей узнать их отношение к тому, что Финляндия и Швеция хотят вступить в НАТО.
Oof. I don't know where this is gonna go, guys. What are the Russian people gonna say about Finland and Sweden joining NATO? And this is an older woman, so let's see what the consensus and the attitude of the people are towards Finland and Sweden. This is I'm super excited and interested in this. Okay, let's go.
Я вообще категорически против НАТО. Нет, ну это же военизированная организация, поэтому ничего хорошего, ничего хорошего. Я за мир во всем мире.
That is so interesting. Did she say? She said she's completely against them. She's here for world peace. She sees NATO, or Russia has said that NATO is an aggressor. You could hear that in her tone and what she said. NATO is an aggressor. It is a entity that's for war. That's what she believes. So that's very interesting. Let's see what I like that he's gone from an older person to a younger person. So let's hear what the younger person has to say.
Ну, я даже не знаю, как я могу к этому относиться. Ну, если сами граждане Финляндии это поддерживают, то я могу только обрадоваться на этот счет.
Ну, разрешаете именно словами.
Да нет, я имею в виду то, что, в принципе, я не имею такого права разрешать, не разрешать, как и, в принципе, любой российский гражданин. Ну, это выбор самой страны. Если это все поддерживается, то это замечательно.
А и что тут такого?
Okay, let's listen to another. I was gonna pause it, but there's another young person.
Допустим, да, Россия это Россия, она всегда побеждала и будет побеждать. У нас во главе сидит не дурак, никто, а умный человек. Так что хвала, что у нас есть и так далее. Был бы какой-то другой, то, не знаю, было бы, наверное, хуже или лучше. Тут без разницы.
Interesting that there were two very different points. Let's listen to a third. This is a young person as well. We'll listen to this person and then we'll have a chat.
Я живу, например, в Финляндии. Я не отношусь к этой стране, и поэтому ничего сказать ни против, ни за не могу.
It sounds like there's a couple young people that were just basically like, I'm kind of indifferent. Like, if Finland wants to join, they want to join. And then there was the young lad, the second one. He was like, you know, they can join NATO. It doesn't matter because we're Russia and we're powerful, we're strong, and like we have a great president and he's smart and etc. So it's interesting. We're being fed different things in different parts of the world. So in Russia, the normal people, the pedestrians, the people, the communities in Russia, they're just being told that basically America, NATO, the West, they're the aggressors. They're organizing. They're getting troops together. They're creating armies and nuclear weapons. And I can imagine what the rhetoric is like in Russia. So I don't blame the people, these people on the streets. They're just hearing what the news is telling them about what's happening over on our side. I completely understand. I can empathize from their point of view what it looks like. And it kind of looks like, probably to them, they're probably being sold, it's Russia versus the world. It's Russia and some of our allies like China and, you know, like against the rest. And yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, let's continue.
В плане, как я могу одобрять или не одобрять, я же там ни на что не влияю.
Ну,
в плане было бы, наверное, не круто. Потому что это еще больше оцепляет Россию натовой полосой вокруг. Поэтому, что я могу сказать? Надеюсь, этого не случится.
Одобряете решение?
потому что опасно. С таким соседом опасно.
Wow.
Сами вообще одобряете?
Wow. Again, opposing opinions. The woman, she said it's not good because NATO is going to encircle itself around Russia. Like, these aggressors are going to be surrounding us and we're going to be boxed in. And, you know, she's very much fed into the narrative of, you know, NATO, they're really bad and they're surrounding us so that they corner us and they're being aggressive, basically. It's dangerous. And then he, the young lad, basically said, no, we're the dangerous ones. Russia, we are dangerous. Look at what we're doing to Ukraine. Look at what we're doing to the rest of the world. Like, actually, they need to protect themselves from us. Oh, man, you can tell there's conflict within their nation. They're a divided nation. They don't all think the same. And that's sad. That's really sad. They're not the only nation that's divided, though. The US is also divided, very much so, between the left and the right, and between the people that really agree with what's going on in Palestine and Israel, and the people that are completely against it. So it seems like all around the West, we are divided in our opinions, and it's the same in Russia. I'm getting a narrative of the young people are either apathetic or they don't know enough about it, or they're completely against it. Is there an age gap? Is there an age difference? Well, we need to see more older people and see if there's a difference between the young people and how they think about it and the older people and how they think about it. So let's continue.
Есть такое решение?
Нет, конечно. Страшно, когда вражеский альянс у тебя под боком сидит. Но они вроде говорили, что не собираются размещать базы и ядерное вооружение. Но это если верить телеку.
Мне кажется, что это не так уж и опасно на самом деле. Я не очень сильно разбираюсь в этой теме, хоть политика касается всех, но я думаю, в этом ничего страшного нет.
Нету какого-то зловещего Запада, который хочет нас разорвать?
Нет.
И присоединение Финляндии тоже ничего страшного?
Не думаю.
Right. So the boy before said, this is dangerous. They're arming next to us. They want to destroy Russia. And this girl's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know. It's sad. It's really sad because I do understand the way it looks. The way it looks like we are arming and we are taking up arms to fight Russia and to bomb Russia. It's like a vicious cycle because, initially maybe the US was expanding NATO and Russia felt threatened, but then Russia did go into Ukraine and try to take over Ukraine because they clearly don't want Ukraine to join NATO. It's I don't know. What do you guys think?
Как-то одобрить это или не одобрить я не могу, это же их выбор. Ну, типа, я не являюсь ни гражданином их страны, ни кем-то связанным с администрацией их страны, поэтому...
Я знаю, что в Финляндии до сих пор действуют некоторые законы, которые подвязаны на что у них в законодательстве прописано еще Александр II, когда был при власти Российской империи. Вот. И когда Финляндия входила в состав Российской империи, законы некоторые остались. Вот. И для меня это на самом деле странное вообще решение, так как, мы с Финляндией, у нас была война, но тем не менее сейчас мы находимся в довольно дружеских отношениях, и зачем было Финляндии входить в НАТО, если мы угрозы для них даже не представляем никакой. У нас нет идей для того, чтобы какие-то территории там забирать или еще что-то. Мы не...
Come on now. Sorry, I don't mean to pause him, but clearly, why do you think Finland... I'm speaking for you guys, you can let me know in the comment section, but why does he not think that Finland would join NATO? Clearly, Finland has sat here watching Russia decide to invade a neighboring country that used to in the past have a tie to Russia. Finland, you guys also have had a tie to Russia, and you have been in conflict and in wars many times in your history. Why does he not think you guys will be like, well, we need to protect ourselves. We need to join our neighbors. We need an alliance so that we can protect our country. Like, it's very, very simple. He's like, I don't understand why I don't understand why Finland would want to join NATO. Of course you want to protect your country. And you're also a European nation, and you're going to stand by your other European nations, because we have closer ties in terms of the way our ways of thinking and our ethics and morals. It's clear why you would join NATO. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but he shouldn't be confused.
Претендуем вообще, в принципе, на Финляндию. Мы с ними находимся в хороших отношениях, на мой счет, вообще я так считаю. Я считаю, что это было решение со стороны Финляндии и их властей конкретно, не обоснованное, наверное, вот. И чего они боятся, мне непонятно.
I don't understand what they're afraid of. Cue them dropping bombs on Ukraine.
Опасаются именно того, что с ними может произойти то же самое, что с Украиной.
Ничего подобного, я думаю, не должно быть. Если Финляндия для нас угрозы не представляет, пока она не входит в НАТО и не продвигает к своим границам орудия, которые могут нам приносить какую-то осторожность, я имею в виду в военном плане, насчет агрессии со стороны Запада, которая активно очень развивается в последние годы, вот, тогда я думаю, что им, в принципе, бояться было бы нечего. Вот, и все-таки я считаю, что это необоснованное решение. Вот. Мы очень дружелюбны.
Ну, они сейчас...
See, he's definitely fed into that narrative. Maybe that's right. Maybe that is true. Maybe Russia they did see Finland as a friend, and they had no aspirations to invade Finland, but it just seemed a bit kind of random that they just decided to invade Ukraine. So what makes them think that their neighboring countries won't think that they would want to do the same to them? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a bit silly.
Сейчас видят угрозу в России, да, а по факту угрозы по факту никакой нет.
Really?
Но это как бы, если они считают, что их блок целесообразен, окей. То, что Финляндия, Швеция беспокоятся и хотят вступить в этот блок, и тоже против России. Но это их выбор. Но я, скажем так, в этом не вижу смысла, я не вижу какой-то агрессии в России, ну, в нашей стране.
I don't see any aggression from our country. Are they living in a bubble? Are they? What does their media? What are they showing on their media? Are they showing videos of Russia, you know, dancing and with flowers in their hand over to Ukraine? Please, will you join Russia? Here's some bread. I've baked a cake. Would you like this, neighbor? We would like you to join Russia. Is that what he thinks going on? He said he doesn't see any aggression from their country. Mate, what is going on? They're living in a bubble.
А откуда берется вот этот страх? То есть, ну, вступит Финляндия в НАТО, ну и бог с ним. Почему вот люди так из-за этого трясут?
Good, an older person. Want to hear some wisdom.
Там из-за Украины, то, что Украина может вступить в НАТО, тоже спецоперация. Это одна из целей была, из-за чего началась спецоперация.
Ну, как вам сказать, мы же должны оберегать как-то свои границы, свою безопасность, да? Мы в НАТО никогда не стремились, в общем-то, да? Но у нас расположена кругом базы НАТО, да? Поэтому это недовольство, естественно. Это, как бы сказать, шаткая позиция.
Но думаете, есть такой вариант, что могли бы они на нас напасть, то есть НАТО?
Хочется верить, что нет.
Я просто иногда вот есть мнение.
That was a very measured. She was very measured in her thoughts. Yeah, that's wisdom. She was just like, well, you know, it looks like they're arming near our borders, so clearly, you know, we're gonna feel a certain way about that.
НАТО такая блок против России, который исключительно создан, чтобы разрушить нашу страну и захватить власть, наши ресурсы. Вы в этом верите?
Россия против НАТО, а не НАТО против России. Я так считаю.
I'm not into politics. Если честно, я не знаю, как я к этому отношусь. В принципе, нейтрально. Это дела каждой страны.
Ну вот мне иногда попадаются прям суровые дедушки, бабушки, которые говорят, вот это НАТО там хочет нас уничтожить, захватить. вместе с Америкой.
Обама в подъезде не срал, так сказать. Это уже небольшой пережиток времени, но это часто замечается у старшего поколения. Ну, они выращены по-другому, но будущее все равно за нами, хотят они этого или нет. Я думаю, большая часть молодых людей более-менее лояльно к этому относятся. Не думаю, что многие нам вред желают. Это скорее... Можно пошутить про Путина или я сяду?
Can I make a joke about Putin or am I going to jail? Probably going to jail, mate.
Молчим. Я еще хочу побыть на свободе.
Почему вот хотят от нас как-то защищаться, а не дружить с нами? Почему не хотят?
Why do you want to defend themselves? Why do they want to defend themselves against us and not be friends with us? These questions are a bit silly. You're bombing a neighboring country. Who wants to be friends with someone who's bombing friggin' another country? What, they want to be friends? Why would I want to be friends with someone who's trying to kill other people, another neighboring European country? Like, I don't know.
Присоединиться к нам.
А потому что у нас все здесь на России есть. Нефть, все, газ, все у нас, все хорошо, нам все, у нас нету войны, а у них постоянно что-то начинается там, то убивается, то стреляется, то душатся. И за это хотят на Россию попасть, чтобы забрать. Но они не заберут. Россия, она...
Interesting. He said, we have everything here. We have oil, we have this, we have power, blah, 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 blah. And we want to take over Russia. As really? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I've never heard of Russia being somewhere that, like, the rest of the world wants. But, okay.
Сила. И будем мы за Россию. И хотим мы, конечно, дружить со всеми. Но они не хотят, дело хозяйства.
Полезные ископаемые. Газ, золото, так далее. Нефть, самое главное.
But, there's gas, oil, and gold everywhere, though. A lot of countries have that. Norway has loads of oil. The UK actually has loads of oil as well, but we've sold it, whatever, to a lot of places. Gold, there's gold in Africa, there's gold everywhere. I guess Russia wants to, they're saying Russia's trying to protect their interests and their resources, and America wants more control of that. That's what they're saying. It could be right. I mean, it's true. The West. I mean, it is true. The West, like America and Europe, we do look elsewhere for oil and gas because it's plentiful in different parts of the world. And historically, we've taken that oil and gas not in the nicest of ways. And maybe Russia's paranoid about that. Maybe they are. Is that warranted or is that irrational? Maybe it's irrational. Maybe it's warranted. I mean, some could say America especially is kind of a bit of a bully of the West. Like, yeah. But that's clearly the rhetoric that has been pushed in Russia. This is what they're seeing on their news. This is what their media is telling them. It's saying the big bad wolf, the West, America, they're trying to take our oil, our gas, our gold. They're arming troops close to the border. They want to come into Russia and bomb Russia and take all our resources and take over the country. And yeah, that's basically what they've been saying. Yeah, even though there hasn't been a bomb dropped on Russia yet from the West. So I don't know, but that's what they've been told. So that's what they believe. And I get it. I mean, our media could tell us anything. Like in the UK, our media, if they turned around and said, basically, I don't know, Finland, even though we're friends, but Finland's arming and they're pushing, they want our oil. We haven't got any oil, but they want our oil and they want to bomb England and they want to come over. After a while, first we were like, that's not happening, and then after a while of that being pushed in the media and in the news, media is very, very powerful, and after a while people will believe what is being said. You just need to push that rhetoric long enough and it will ingrain in the population, and then we'll probably see Finland as an enemy. You know, it's the same thing that's going on in Russia, so I don't know.
Они только хотят из-за этого.
Мы большая страна. И испокон веков все время как претендовали, что ли, на нашу большую страну. Народу мало, страна большая, много всяких ископаемых, правда? То есть мы можем жить очень-очень внутренне, себя обеспечивать целиком и полностью. Поэтому всегда и Англия, и Германия всегда претендовали на нашу...
Have we? Has England laid claim to Russian territory? I've never heard of that. Oh, they see us as an enemy. That's not good. They're saying because they own so much land. They have so much land. It's true, they do have a lot of land. Russia does have a hell of a lot of land and not a lot of people. And she's saying they can sustain themselves without the rest of the world. If I'm being honest, she might be right in the sense of I'm looking... It doesn't look like they're struggling in Russia. In fact, they're being asked about the war and stuff, and it seems like the people are not affected. That's something that shocked me about watching this. When I'm seeing the young people talk, I'm seeing this elderly person talking, they don't seem like the sanctions that the rest of the world has put on Russia and the war itself has actually affected any of them. They seem like they're doing pretty well. So, I don't know, is there some truth about the fact that they can self-sustain? Is the West annoyed that they won't join us? And, I don't know. It's interesting, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not on any side. I can only see the negative stuff that's happening. I'm seeing Russia bombing Ukraine, which I think is completely wrong, out of order. It shouldn't be happening. There should be no war. That's all I can see from the outside looking in. But with a reaction, there's always a reason. There's always a reason things happen and things snowball like that. So you have to listen to the people as well. I have to listen to these people, even if they have been digesting their media. I have to listen to what this woman is saying. The older generation.
Ведь Финляндия и Швеция тоже, скорее всего, затевают чуть нехорошее по отношению к нашей стране, хотят присоединиться к НАТО и вместе поделить нашу страну.
Я насчет поделить не знаю, но поскольку информация идет везде очень негативная, и поэтому считают, что мы можем их захватить, и они этого просто боятся, поскольку они маленькие, у них все хорошо, у них же жизнь у всех замечательна, поэтому они просто боятся потерять все, что они имеют.
Поменяется ли?
Interesting. She said that you guys are afraid of Russia taking everything away, like invading your countries, and that's because of what the media has said, and I like that she said it like that, and she's very measured and very calm in the way she's saying it. But like I've said, like we said, we can see what's happening in Ukraine. Like, you're dropping bombs on Ukraine. You started dropping bombs on Ukraine. Ukraine didn't start firing at you. You started firing at... So who are we going to look at? We're going to look at you guys as being aggressive and crazy. Like, you're killing people because you want to take over their land. Like, what? Of course, Finland and Sweden. Of course you guys are scared of Russia. Because they're tapped. Excuse my French. They are. It is what it is. And I don't think some of the Russian people see that. They don't understand, like, do you not understand that you're bombing Ukraine and the rest of the world is looking at you like crazy?
Для нас я не думаю. Может быть, кому-то это из нашей страны не понравится, в основном, те, кто в возрасте уже, но я не думаю, что это как-то нас коснется. Нас больше, мне кажется, санкции какие-то касаются, которые вводятся НАТО и Евросоюз. А то, что кто-то там в другие страны входит куда-то в какие-то объединения, это нас не особо касается.
И не кажется, что он опасен, может быть, для нашей страны?
Я считаю, нет. Потому что там сидят, думаю, умные люди. Они понимают то, что Нужно, наоборот, как-то урегулировать этот конфликт, чтобы в дальнейшем как бы не было, ну, ничего плохого, не было ядерной войны, не было.
Ну, второе спецоперация.
Yeah, we're completely aware. We're completely aware. This is why we haven't attacked Russia, because they have nukes. We don't want a nuclear war. Nobody wants a nuclear war. Russian people don't want a nuclear war. We don't want a nuclear war. So we want this to resolve. I don't know how that's going to be. There's trust issues on both sides, clearly. The Russians don't trust NATO. They don't trust America. They don't trust all this NATO forming and all this pushing up on them. They don't trust that. They don't like it. And it's for us we need to build trust between us. Russia and NATO need to build trust because they feel that NATO is plotting against Russia and the plotting against taking over Russia and bullying Russia and trying to take their resources. That's what they're scared of. And we can't have that. You know, it's really sad actually that Russia is also Europe, or part of Europe. Part of Russia is in Europe. A lot of it. The main part where most of the population lives is in Europe. They're supposed to be our allies. Russia's supposed to be our allies. We shouldn't be in conflict with Russia. But I don't know, somewhere down the line, the trust has been lost. I don't think they're unreasonable people, especially the people seem reasonable enough and actually very, very European-like. And yeah, it's sad. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm currently living in Southeast Asia, moving back to the UK next year, and I've met quite a lot of Russian people on my travels. I've not had one bad interaction with a Russian person so far. Not one. In fact, I've had the opposite. They've all been really nice. They've all been really nice. And yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad. I thought about it the day, I was like, oh man, like Russia, I just wish this wasn't happening because like I feel like I will never be able to visit Russia. Maybe I'd want to visit Russia one day, and I feel like I can't because of what's going on in the conflict. And Europe needs to be a peaceful nation, man. Like we shouldn't be warring like this. So anyway, sorry, I've just gone off on a tangent. Let's continue.
Операции точно не надо, пожалуйста. Один раз, и то хватило мне вот, до сих пор без розовых очков не могу ходить на улице. А для нас, наверное, это было бы не очень хорошо. Вот. Им, возможно, с этого будут какие-то плюшки.
Вот как думаете, когда мы уже будем в хороших отношениях с западными странами?
Не скоро, в силу того, что, к сожалению, проблема в нашем правительстве и в народе, но большая часть, мне кажется, все же влияет правительство на это. И влияло многие годы. Телевизор, СМИ, все это достаточно сильно так или иначе промывает, мне кажется.
There you go. These young girls have said it. Because they influence others by TV media and it can heavily brainwash people. Media is powerful. Really, really, really powerful. And clearly they're trying to poison the minds of people and get them on side. And I'm talking about both sides. I'm not just talking about Russia. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about Britain. Media is used to control people and used to paint a narrative of a certain thing, and it's hard to step back and look at things from the outside and look at like it in a measured way, because both our medias, rightly so, rightly not, are trying to get us on side, try to justify what we're doing, like we're doing the right thing. And the Russian media saying to their people, no, we're doing the right thing. And it's like, it's hard for the people to like make a choice in their head of like what, you know, what is right and what's wrong. And this is why social media is very important, because then we can have a conversation, a debate, and really like speak to the people and find out what really is going on without any influence from government and media. Yeah, it's so important for that. It's important to have platforms like YouTube when they don't censor things, so that we can have an open and honest conversation. I don't know how many Russian people are on YouTube, but if you're Russian and you're on YouTube, let me know in the comment section like how you feel about this at the moment, like how you're feeling about the war, and do you wish your country wasn't in war, and do you wish you had a better relationship with your European family, basically. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know.
Мозги, да, зайди к своим родителям, к моей бабушке, в принципе, все будет понятно.
Все боятся, мы большие, сильные. А раз мы большие и сильные, то нас просто боятся. Народ привык к тому, что да, это очень страшная страна. Пока не приедут и не познакомятся с нами, мы очень добрые, доброжелательные. И вообще у нас все...
They are friendly. They are really nice. I've met, like I said, I've met Russian people, and it was really sad. It actually made me upset. I think the first time I had interaction with Russian people when I came to Asia, I was a bit scared. She's not wrong. I was a little bit scared. I was like, oh, I don't know. I've heard Russian people are really like, I've heard they're racist. I've heard all sorts of stuff. I've heard they're racist. I've heard that they're aggressive. Obviously, I've seen that they're in war with Ukraine. I'm like, the people are not going to be nice. And I met the Russian people, and they were so nice. So nice. And I was just like, damn, media is very, very powerful. Media is so powerful, because I have been fed all this stuff that's negative about Russia, and they're not like that. So, or the people that I've met haven't been like that. So it's just kind of like, wow. What is there to believe? I don't know. I like to take people on face value, and it's not the people, it's the governments. It's not the people, and the decisions are not made by the people, the decisions are made by the government. So take that as you will. Guys, I think I'm done. I think it's finished now. We are very kind, friendly. Yeah, 23 minutes in. Sorry if I've just gone off and rambled, but you guys, let me know in the comment section below. Have a debate below. If there's Russian people in the comment section, Finnish people in the comment section, or even Swedish people, have a conversation amongst yourselves. Be nice, be kind. But like, yeah, it's really interesting. What do you guys think to this? Like, how do you feel about, you know, what these Russian people have said? Has it changed your mind? What's your stance on it? Let me know in the comment section. I'd really like to know, because I do read the comments. I do read the comments, even though sometimes I don't reply. I will try to reply. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. Guys, have an awesome day, and I will speak to you guys soon.